Hi friends! Today we're going to paint this beautiful landscape with snow. You have materials here up to my left, and I will show you how I mix everything and how I use everything. As you will see, this painting is made the background with acrylics, and the final steps of this painting will be painted with oils. So it's a mixed media. You will see instructions, steps, and all the colors I'm using on the screen. Okay, but you will have all materials listed in the description of this video if you need it. So let's begin to paint and mixing these colors to the first brush strokes I'm going to give to make the first background. Okay, we begin with a flat white brush, like this, synthetic, please, in this case, and with this movement, like zigzag, we begin painting this. As you see, painting in this stage is with a lot of water, okay, so it runs faster, and it is just to make a basement for our painting. This is not the final painting. When we paint a canvas, or in this case it's paper, when we paint everything, we must think at every moment that it is like building a house. When you build a house, you first build the basement, and then you build up from there. With a painting is the same. You first paint the basement of your painting with colors. In this case, these colors are just the opposite in tone opposites of snow. Snow is very clear, and you will see that I don't paint snow white. In reality, in nature, snow is never pure white, but our eyes tells that. But snow is just like a mirror, and reflects the colors of sky, trees, sea if it is in the sea, etc. With very fast and loose brush strokes, we fill this part and making the first attempts of where the path will go. Okay. This that I have to my right is just plain water, okay? You may change this water as many times as you need. The same thing that if you are painting with watercolors, because clean water is the best choice to make mixes. The dirt or stained water is very bad, because you mix this dirt with your painting, okay? Now we do have our background. Let it dry some time if you need, but remember, acrylics dry very fast. You cannot paint so slow as with oils. For this, when you paint with acrylics, you must be brave, really brave, and paint without fear of anything. But on the opposite, as the same that acrylics are dry very fast, and if you make a mistake, it's very quick to make a mistake. But as they dry really fast, you can paint over it if you make any mistake without any problem. Okay, now let's take another flat brush, synthetic too, but smaller. Okay, and make this movement. Pass, like little strokes. And we paint the first trees easy, as you see, and later we will make the shadows and lights of these trees. But now, at this stage, in this step of the painting, we just paint their silhouette this way. If you're wondering of that, yes, it is paper of 400 grams, special to paint with acrylics. But if you don't have it, you may paint this painting with a regular canvas without problem. Now let's begin with a filbert brush like this, making this movement, you see, fast and loose. Okay, and as you see, our tree is magically appearing to our eyes. Okay, easy and fast. Okay, let's clean it. I have gray water now. Okay, and give more strength to this part. If you don't speak English, I have another version of this video, of this painting in Spanish at my other channel in Spanish that is named Arte Vivo y Divertido, and its link is at the description of this video, okay? If you wish to see it in Spanish. If not, this is the same. Almost the same, because I never say exactly the same things. It's the same painting, but many times when I upload a video in each channel, I remember and think that there are things I don't tell in the other video, so they are not exactly the same never. Okay, let's make the first lights in the tree. As you see, the steps are always the same. When we paint a tree, first we paint the dark parts, and over them, we paint lighter and lighter tones, giving it three-dimensionality. I wish I said it correctly. Okay, more for displays. Okay. Now, another good thing of painting in layers and not paint the final tone just from the beginning. Another good part of this is each layer is in part translucent. So when as much layers we give to our painting, to our canvas, as more layers we paint one over the other, more light and more strength have our painting. For this cause of this, older and the ancient artists from Renaissance, etc., paint their paintings many times with 1,000 layers, very thin layers, but 1,000 even, because they thought that with it their paintings acquire and get better lights and better colors. But You don't need to paint 1,000 layers because paintings today are really very more quality and better than in the past. And ancient painters, ancient artists don't have acrylics. Acrylics are a really modern, paint technique. They don't have even 100 years, and they are perfect to make all the painting with acrylics. All the painting, you may paint everything with them, or as in this case, you may paint almost all your painting and paint the final details and lights with oils if you wish that. I don't always make this mixed media, but many times I do because it gives really good results. Okay, now with curves like this, you see, now we can see almost the path, and again. Pay attention that I don't take my brushes every day, in the same way all the time. A really good way to acquire and to get better paintings is to change the way you take your brush many times. Don't always use your brushes in the same way. Okay? Like this part is very visual, I'll let you see it, and I'll return when I'll change and begin with oils in a few minutes. Now let's begin with oils part. Today's after I paint, and I'll take this thing I show you. This is a liquid. Liquid is a medium and is with the same effect like linseed oil, but with the property that it makes the oils dry faster. So at the first layers of oils is good to make the dry faster, and you can paint over it quicker in just a day. Okay, let's make this gray tone with just burnt sienna and ultramarine blue and a palette knife. And now with this flat bristle brush, I'm going to make perfect better lights and better details. At this stage of the painting, we just focus not in the distribution or the composition, no. We focus on details, okay? Maybe you note that this video is edited differently from other videos of my videos, because I put zoom when I mix paintings, or I make this every stroke, so you can see how it is made closer to us, to you, and I think it may make this tutorial easier to follow. I don't know, what's your opinion on this? I always have the same draft in my videos, because I've been on YouTube since 2013, and always is the same with painting videos, painting tutorials, that I don't know if I make them longer and real time without any editing at all. They may be very, very long, because as this painting, it took me 4 days to finish it, and I cannot make a video so long, because each session was of very many hours. But I wish to show you all the process of this painting, and how I can do it without lose any detail. I'm trying, but I wish ask you a favor, if you wish, to make me suggestions on how you wish a painting tutorial, maybe longer, faster, slower, with all steps, not all the steps, paying attention to something or other things. I will read all your comments if you make them, and I will thank you for this. Okay? This part of the pathway is just almost finished. It took me a lot of work. Now let's begin to make some plants, some weeds, to make it more interesting. Not just plain snow. And you see, I have not lied to you, because snow is not white at all. Later I'll give it more lights, but not just plain white. White is boring in a painting, very, very boring. So don't use it a lot. Use it to make your painting lighter, but don't paint just with white. You may broke whites in every scene, landscape or wherever, with other tones like lemon yellow or blues, etc. But never paint just plain white. It is not a good idea, at least for me. You may have another opinion, and it is the very beautiful thing about art. In art are so many opinions as artists are. There are as many artists are in the world. So maybe you think in another way, and maybe your opinion may be so good as mine. I'm just showing how I make these things, and just that. If you're wondering of that, I have almost 50 years, and I've been painting from 45 years, and I'm artist and teacher of art since all my life. And I've seen students make things different all my life and really love this. So you take my tutorials or whatever tutorial you see on YouTube or wherever you see it, but try to make a part of it in your own way. Try step by step, little by little, painting something different to grow your own art step by step. This is a very good thing. Not copy it exactly. You may guide yourself with our tutorials, mine and the other artists, but put something of yourself in your paintings, and you'll see how much better they are for you and for your neighbors. Okay. This step requires oils, requires more delicacy, requires that you take your pencils, your brushes, with less strength and less give your brush strokes lighter and weaker, because oils are really expand themselves, so it's better painting slowly. This is a little accelerated a bit my video, but paint slowly, okay? Some blue tones there to make appear farther from us. Okay, and we are just finishing our painting. So I'll remember, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, I suggest you to think on it and subscribe and activate the bell to receive notifications from YouTube when I upload a video. And if you like it, smash the click on thumbs up and share with your friends and neighbors and dinosaurs and etc. if you like it. Okay, make stronger shadows here. Just the final steps, final lights. And so, as in every painting, lighter tones comes always at the end. Okay, a bit more light. You see, this white is mixed. It's not pure, but contrasts very perfectly with the other tones. Okay. I'm gonna make this tree a little more luminous, more lighter. Okay. I think this is a very perfect painting to paint right now on the North Hemisphere, because winter is coming. I think. Now, let's clean it. And just take off the tape, and you will see the result of this work. about it. What do you think? Do you like it? I think it is beautiful. See you next week. Paint a lot and be very, very happy. Bye.